Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer here, and welcome to a new episode of 5 Parsecs from Home. This is the crew of the Planks Variable, name of the ship. It is a battered fuel hog mining ship, and so anytime I leave the planet it costs extra fuel. I have 5 crew members today. I'm going to be fighting a small encounter, so I had to take off 1 crew member. I'm fighting 4 mercenaries on that side of the field. I have a Patreon who's given me a job. I've completed that job almost. All that remains is I need to get from this side of the map off of that side. At least 2 of my crew need to get off that side of the map. The mercenaries are going to try to prevent that. My ship could be over there and they're just trying to get to the ship. So they're going to try and stop me. They are tactical in nature. There are 4 of them. There are 2 standard soldier types, mercenaries who have colony rifles. One of them is a specialist who has a marksman's rifle, and then the lieutenant has a hand flamer with a range of 12, and that thing is nasty if it gets if it gets too close to you. Not only does it hit a single target, but anyone within 2 inches gets a free attack as well. Let's see, what else? I have, on this pre-rolled mission that I did, there was a special item. I need to do this. It's supposed to be placed in the center. It is an auto sensor, and if I recover it, I get to keep it. And it's supposed to be moved up to 8 inches randomly from the center. So I'm going to use this yellow 10-sided, and wherever the tip is pointing, that's the direction. So that direction. So I'm just moving it until it hits something. So it's right over there. It's further away, which is not really good for me, but hey, you know what? That's the way the dice roll. I'm starting with round 1. Again, I've got Captain Banis Tristani in combat armor. I'm bringing Vay Chrisen, my precursor. C6, or 6, my robot. This is Freak, the snake alien. And this is Huala, my swift. They all have rifles. They all have good range. The reason I left Droon, my feral, back at the ship is this particular mission, if I roll a 1 on my initiative die, I always have to give it to the feral first. That can sometimes be a problem because I'm fighting some tougher mercenaries. Their toughness is 4. They are going to be harder to kill. I didn't want to accidentally roll a single 1 and have to assign that to my feral and leave one of my crew members out in the open. I tend to use initiative dice to assign characters who might need to get in cover before combat begins. And so that's why I left Droon out this particular time. We shall see if that, helps me or hinders me, but I think it was probably a good decision this time around. This game is broken up into a number of phases. I roll the initiative dice, and 1s and 2s can be assigned to my characters. They get to move first and shoot or whatever. Then the enemy phase happens, and then the slow phase, which is any of my remaining characters that were not assigned a die, they get to move. Sometimes moving first is advantageous. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you don't want to move first. You want to see what the enemy does. Now, again, these guys are tactical in nature, and the book states that for tactical, they will always be trying to run for cover or to maintain cover and move to an aim situation. If they don't move and they don't shoot on their next turn, they can aim, which means they get to re-roll 1s on the attack die. So that's it doesn't sound like much, but it really can make a difference, especially when you get to re-roll 1 and you roll a 6 on your next shot. It can sway a game. There's also morale in this game. This particular group has a special feature that was rolled up that said if they're reduced to 1 or 2 of their crew, and there's only 4 of them, so that basically means half, they will they will honor a negotiation of peace. So I could just end the battle when it gets down to 2 of them. However, if I do that, I don't get to own the field or keep the field. And there's reasons sometimes for wanting to own the field. And that basically means running, getting rid of all your enemies or making them flee for the hills. So definitely want to own the field. And so to do that, I will roll a die. On a 1 or 2, you roll 1 die for each enemy that you kill. And on a 1 or 2, per die, that many enemy will flee. So it's a nice little bonus you get there. It can thin down the numbers quite a bit. Okay, I am going to go ahead and start. Before I roll initiative, however, at the beginning of a game, you get to do this thing called Seize the Initiative. You roll 2d10s, and you add the highest savvy of whichever crew member. And in this case, it's 6. He has a +2 savvy. And on a 10 or higher, you get a free move for each crew or a free shot. Now, they're out of range and they're not in sight, so the shot's not going to matter. But that free move could help. If I did have a shot, it only hits on a natural 6. So that's unlikely. All right, so let me see. I've got +2, so I really need to roll an 8 or higher. And I rolled a 3. So I did not get to seize the initiative. So right now, what I will do is I will simply roll 5 dice, 1 for each crew, and I want 1s and 2s to assign to my crew. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Now, all of your crew have reaction speeds. They have 2 or they have 1. If they have a 2, you can assign them a 1 or a 2, and if they have a 1, you can only assign them a 1. I think that's how I read the rules. I want Vaykrisen is a 2, and Huala is a 1, and they have weapons that do 2 shots per firing, and they also have a speed of 5. They are my fast movers. So I will assign the 1 to Huala and the 2 to Vaykrisen right there. So they will get to move. Now, they can move 5, but they can move an additional 2 if they don't use their second action. So Vay can move 7, which would get him pretty much behind this stairs for cover. He's going to hide right there. And Huala is going to move... He can move 7, which would get him up behind this stairs as well. So they're taking positions on either side of the field here. All right, the rest of these are slow, so they will move in the slow phase. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the microphone over to that side and see what these guys do. Okay, move the microphone. Sorry for the bumping. Okay, I have 2 normal enemies. This one is with the marksman. This one over here is with the lieutenant that has the hand flamer. And so I'm going to go ahead and move these guys first. They have a move of 5, and a double move would get him behind here for cover. I'm thinking, what would I do? As with any strategy game, owning the center of the field is often a good thing. So by getting out here, they're maximizing where they can see. Now this guy can move 5, and then a double move, or not a double move, but he can do his sprint, and they're both in there. It doesn't help me, but it's more realistic. I think they would get out there, and they would look for alternatives to fire. Now, right now, I'm getting down here and I'm looking, and they cannot see Huala behind that stairs, and they cannot see Vay behind that stairs. So I did do that properly. So I've got these guys over here. The main dude, they own the center of the field. So I think these two are probably, if it were me, I would try to flank, like go around and come at them from the side. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move them 5 and then an extra 2, and he'll move 5 and an extra 2. So they're coming up. I don't think the camera angle can see it, but they're coming up behind this building over here to try and get the angle. And that is the end of the enemy phase, and now it comes down to the slow phase. So they've moved, so it's just the captain. You know, the captain can move 4, 6. He can move 6 if he dashes. Is that enough to get him? That's enough to get him behind this generator. Now, he won't be able to take a shot on this turn, but what is his weapon? His weapon is a colony rifle, which is 18. 18. Oh, yeah. He's within range of that guy. Now, unfortunately, that guy has a colony rifle, which means Captain's also in range. So if the Captain steps out to take the shot and misses, that guy may get a chance. So double-edged sword here. We'll see. Freak can move 4, so he will move 6. What I'm going to do with Freak is I'm going to move him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's moving up beside this wall here. The wall is blocking the angle to the marksman, so the marksman can't see him, but I think on his next move he will be up here, and yeah, he would be visible. So he's at least trying to get in range. Now the next question is 6. 6 also has a military rifle, which is a range of 24. That is an excellent range, but unfortunately his move is 4 and 6, so he can't do anything to get in range yet of those. I'm going to keep him on this side with the Captain. So he's not going to move. If he moves right here underneath these stairs, they would be able to see him, I believe. Let me look. Yeah, the colony rifle guy can see right through here to this spot. So 6 is only going to move to here temporarily. He's still behind cover, so I'm going to leave him there. And that is the end. All of my characters have moved. All of theirs have moved. That is the end of phase 1. I'm going to use a black die here to track it. So it's phase 1. Now we move to phase 2, or turn 2. Turn 2, I roll initiative. I roll 5 dice, and man, let's see. Oh, I should have rolled in the box. Look at that. I rolled a 1 and 2 2s. So let me look at my character sheet. What I would like to do is I would like the Captain to be able to take a shot. I'd like Vay to take a shot. I'd like Huala to take a shot. They're all able to move to a point where they could take a shot. Huala gets 2 shots, and he's at 24. He's with an auto rifle. The marksman rifle is a range of 36. So this guy really owns everything. He can hit any distance. So this is going to be interesting. So Huala could step out and take a shot. If he's not lucky enough after 2 shots to knock that guy out, that guy is going to shoot back at him. I don't know if I want to lose Huala at this point. Huala does not have any combat bonus. Let me think about that. I will assign the 1 to... I can either assign it to Huala or Freak. They're the only ones that have 1 reaction speed. So I will give it to Huala. And I'll give the 2s to Vay. And I might as well give it to the Captain. I need as many people shooting as possible. So I'll give it to the Captain. So they're going to move during fast phase. So let's resolve this. First off, let's do Huala. I'm going to move Huala. I can move him here, and there is going to be no cover. He's got the angle. I might as well, because it's in range and line of sight is not blocked by cover. He only has to roll a 5 or higher. He gets 2 shots. So where can I put this where you guys can see it? I'm looking at the camera real quick. Right there, right there. Let's do that. All right, so I need a 5. Come on, 5 or higher. I rolled 2 2s. So Huala missed. Huala, you moved and you shot. So you are out in the open, sir, and that is not good. All right, Captain steps out. He's going to shoot at the colony rifle guy. He has no combat bonus. So there is cover, but it's within range, so he needs a 6 or higher. I rolled a 5. He did not hit. That leaves Vay. Vay is +2 to hit. And Vay might be able to take out that marksman, which the marksman it's 1 shot. The colony rifle's 1 shot, so neither one of them neither one of them get any bonus to the damage. All right, so Vey will step here, and he's going to take a shot at. He's going to take a shot at the marksman. Might as well shoot for the one with the more deadly weapon. He's +2. That is 6 to hit, so he needs a 4 or higher. I rolled a 6. That is an automatic hit. And Vey's weapon, it's critical. If you roll a natural 6, it's the same as 2 hits. So I get 2 chances to kill that marksman. His toughness is 4. So 2 chances. I have to roll a 4, 5, or 6 on either one of these dice to take him out. And I rolled a 6. So the marksman is gone, which is good because I'm going to get a morale roll in a little bit. 6 is going to move into the open, or at least he can see through these stairs and see this guy right here. And he is going to... He's got... 6 has a military rifle, range of 24, and he only gets 1 shot, and he's +1 combat. So a 6 to hit, but I need a 5 or higher. I rolled a 3, so he missed. So now it is their turn. Well, the colony rifle, this just makes sense. Why would he shoot at these 2 guys who are in cover when he can shoot at Huala, who is not in cover? So not in cover and within range is a 5 or higher, and his combat is +1, so he needs a 4, 5, or 6 to hit. And he rolled a 4. So he hit Huala. Now Huala's toughness is 3. So you roll a d6. There's no modifier to the damage. So a 3 or higher will take Huala out. And I rolled a 6. So Huala is down. Okay. So he is down. And these 2 guys around here. Move the microphone. These 2 guys are going to move 7, which will get them almost to the end. One more move and they will be able to see Vey. The angle, don't have the angle here for Captain or Vey. Well, shoot. Didn't want to lose Huala. Yeah, he's injured. He may not be out of the game, so we shall see. It is end of round 2, so I roll what's called a battle event. And it's a D100. It's on page 116. The green is the 10s and the yellows is the 1s. Is that a 0 or 100? That's a 100. I rolled a 100. I rolled 0, 0, and a 0. 100. You want me to check that out. Select a random crew member. They may opt to go check out something they insist they saw. If they do, they are removed from the battle. After the battle ends, they may roll once on the loot table. If you opt not to go, you cannot send a different character, and the chance is awesome. No, I'm not. I mean, that would be nice, but I need to. It's only 4 to 3, so I can't really go down to 3 to 3. Otherwise, I would send Freak, but Freak's going to get hopefully a shot in a minute and avenge Huala. All right, so that is the end of 2. We are now at the beginning of turn 3. I roll initiative. I've got 4 characters left. Oops, sorry. Come on. I rolled 2 2s. 2 2s. I can give one to Vey, definitely. And the other one I can only give to 6. He has a 2. Or Captain. Captain has a 2 as well. I better... Captain's still in cover. Those guys are going to move. And from here, they're not going to be able to see the captain. So let's give it to 6. All right, so on 6's turn, he will shoot and then duck into cover. So shooting, he's in cover, which is 6 or higher. I get no combat modifier, and I rolled a 1. So he missed, and then he is going to move back here behind this wall because he suspects they are coming up to flank, or at least Captain or Vey has indicated there's somebody over here. Vey Christen will fire, and then he will move into cover. He gets 2 shots. He's +2 against 6+, so 4 or higher on either one of these will hit. I rolled a 4, and now I need to roll a 4 or higher to take that. I didn't do morale. Let's do that. morale, which would have happened at the end of phase 2, I roll 1 die, and on a roll of 1 or 2, one of them flees. And it's probably going to be the guy who saw his partner die. And I rolled a 3, so he did not flee. All right, now, Vey needs to roll a 4 or higher to hit that guy. And I rolled a 1, so he did not. So Vey is going to go 5 back here in cover. And that is the end of that. Freak. Freak is going to move up under these stairs, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see. I don't want... Freak could move. Yeah, he's going to take a shot. He'll move up just to where he can see over the line of the wall here, and he'll take a shot. Freak is +0 combat, but he gets 2 shots with the auto rifle, so I need a 6 or higher. I did not get it. All right, so he is in the open, sort of. He's in cover. We'll treat that as they would have gotten to move this turn before my slow guys did. I don't know why I did that. So it's their turn now. He would not have had the snake to shoot at, so he would have maintained position with an aim, and these two will definitely move up to cover. They'll move up here, and they'll move up here. They do have shots, but they don't have any shots, so they will get aim on their next turn, since they didn't use their action. All right, that is all I can do for them. Moved the snake up. He took his shot and missed. Captain is going to stay put. He's not going to step out. Well, he could step out because they've moved. Yeah, he'll step out and take a shot at the lieutenant. He's got the flamer, which does a lot of damage. Captain has no modifier and 1 shot, so he's in cover, so he needs a 6. I rolled a 3. Not good enough. All right, so the captain is out in the open. And I will move 6 here, and he'll take a shot at the lieutenant. He needs a 6 or higher, but he's combat +1, so he needs a 5 or higher, and I rolled a 3, so he missed as well. Now I roll initiative. That's the end of the phase. I did not roll any 1s or 2s. Not a 1. Which means these guys are all going to get free shots. He will aim, so he gets to reroll the 1. 6 or higher for the snake, so he's +1 combat, so he's got to roll a 5 or higher, and he rerolls 1s. He gets to reroll that, and he rolled a 3, so he missed. The colony rifle guy will shoot at 6 because he's not in cover. He's the easiest shot. He's open and within range, so it's 5+, and he is +1, so a 4 or higher here. Rolls a 3 and misses. The flamer guy is definitely within range of the captain. And the captain is in cover and within range, so he's got to roll a 6 or higher, but he's +1, so he rolls a 5 or higher to hit. And I rolled a 5. Of course he hit. Let's see if he hits. Captain's toughness is 3, so I got to roll a 3 or higher to hit him, to take him out. I rolled a 2. The captain is safe. However, he's doing a flamer, which has a special rule. The hand flamer is area. Area says resolve shots against an initial target. Then resolve 1 bonus shot against every figure within 2 inches. Vey is definitely within 2 inches. Darn it. All right, so, and Vey's in cover. So 6, it was a 5+, and I rolled a 2, so he misses. So that flamer, whoo, they got singed a little, but not enough to hurt them. So he missed, they missed, and it is now my turn. Slow phase. Snake, will you please hit that guy? He's got 2 shots. No combat bonus. He didn't move, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't get an aim because he would have had to have given up his action last turn. I think that's how that works. So he's just +0. I need a 6 or higher. I rolled a 6. And that hit. And there's nothing special about the auto rifle, I don't believe. Auto rifle, yeah, it's no damage mod, so I need to roll a 4 or higher to take him out. And I rolled a 5, so he is gone. I needed that. That's revenge for Huala. Captain is out in the open, so he can take a shot and then move into cover. So he will shoot at the lieutenant. 1 shot, no damage modifier, 6 or higher. It's a 6 or higher, misses. And then he will move back into cover. If Vey steps out and shoots, then he's out in cover, out in the open. Let's resolve 6 first. 6 gets 2 shots. No, 1 shot, excuse me. 1 shot, 6 or higher, and he's +1, so 5, and I rolled a 3 and misses. So he is going to step back into cover, and Vey, I could move him here, but he's still within flamer range. Vey can move 7. 5 + 2 is 7, which would put him here, which is out of range of the flamer. He could move and shoot at the colony guy, and the flamer is out of range. Let's do that. He moves. He'll shoot at the colony rifle. He gets 2 shots. He's +2 to hit. 6 to hit, +2, so 4s or higher hits. I rolled a 5, so 1 shot hit, and then his toughness is 4, so I need to roll a 4 or higher to take him out. And I rolled a 4. So you're gone. That is the end of slow phase. So morale. I can roll to see if the lieutenant bugs out. All my guys moved. They did. On a 1 or 2, he'll bug out. And I rolled a 6, so he did not. So he's standing his ground. But he may, tactically, he may pull back. I would. Wouldn't you, when you have 4 guys barreling down on you? All right, so that is the end of Phase 4. It is time for a battle event. I roll another D100. 79. Enemy VIP. A unique individual immediately joins the enemy force. Place them on the center of their battlefield edge. Right back there. All right, I've got an extra mini here, so I will put him here. He is a unique individual, which means unique individual. You roll, is it a D100? It is a D100. Woo, okay. It says unique individuals are fearless and do not make morale checks. They follow a different AI routine than the group they are accompanying. Many unique individuals have luck. You can burn a luck if you die or whatever. You can burn a luck and you're back in the game. All right, 95. 95 is a sand runner. 7-inch movement, +0 combat, 3 toughness. Fangs do +1 damage if he hits. So he's not a weapon. Oh, he doesn't have a weapon. He's got fangs, so he has to attack me face to face. And his AI is G. Guardian enemies are attached to another figure and must remain visible within 3 inches. They will move at the same pace and attack the same targets using the same method. So he's probably, I'm going to treat him as a random. He just showed up. I mean, he doesn't have, he's a lizard creature with fangs, no weapon. So he would attack this guy just as much as he would mine. So, but the problem is he sees this guy, so he's probably going to make a beeline towards it. All right, so we now have a new creature on the field. It is now the start of turn 5, and I don't do any more battle rolls for the game. Only at the end of 2nd and 4th round do you do that. All right, so initiative 4d6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, voila. And morale I did. He didn't run. So I need some good rolls here. I got a 1, and that's it. I'm gonna give it to Freak. Freak's gonna get out of there. He's gonna run, so he's never gonna see him. So yeah, I'll assign it to Freak. He'll take a shot and then he'll run. So we shall see. Okay, let's go ahead and resolve that. So he takes a shot. He gets 2 shots, no combat bonus, And he's fighting against this guy called, where was the unique guy called? 90 Sand Runner, whose toughness is 3, no combat. All right, and no luck. All right, so range, you know what? The good news is he's in the open. Range is 24, definitely within 24, and no cover. So he only needs a 5 or higher to hit. So 5 or higher is what I need. I rolled a 5, so a hit. And now his toughness is 3, so I just need a 3 or higher to take him out. And I rolled a 6, so got rid of the Fang guy. This game is going very well for me. So he will move. Now at this point, since he's not bugging out, he is going to pull back. He can move 7, so he is like, I got to get to a better position. So he may circle around and try for high ground, which means my guys can't. Captain has a range of 18. Oh yeah, Captain could take a shot. So now it's my turn. Captain will move here, and he's going to take a shot. It's a one, and it'll be a long shot, but he's within range, within 18, and he's got no cover, so it is 5 or higher. And I rolled a 2, so he missed. Vey is out to get him, so Vey is going to book it. 7, which will put him right here. 6 is like, let's go get him. 6 can move 4 plus 2. Is that right? Yeah, 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 can move 6 right there. And since he fired and killed, he can go ahead and move. So he can move 4 plus 2 is, he can only move 4 because he's shot. So he's going to take cover here. I don't know. He would be aware this. He probably saw out of the corner of his eye this guy running, so he knows there's probably going to be something back here. That is the end of phase 5. Yep. So now we go to phase 6, turn 6. I roll initiative. I rolled a 1 and a 2. I'm going to give the 1 to. I can only give it to Freak now. Oh no, I can. Oh yep, Freak's the only one who has a rating of 1. So Huala was my other one. So the 2 will go to Vey. I'm going to give it to Vey. So Vey can move 5, which I don't think is enough to get him to where he could. Let's see, he moves. Come on. Well, you know what? If he moves 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, he can. He can move right here, and he'll get 2 shots. 2 shots. He's plus 2 to hit. No cover. That's 5. So I got to roll a 3 or higher on either one of these. And I rolled 2 hits. So I get 2 chances, but his toughness is 4. So I got to roll a 4 or higher. And I rolled a 6. That's enough to take him out. All right. So now the remaining heroes gather in the center. They grab the special item when they go walking by. Freak comes out. They go, oh, poor Huala. They carry Huala off the field to the ship. And hopefully Huala can be taken care of with a casualty roll. So I tell you what we're going to do. Since I'm filming this live, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do, I'll do battle rolls, post-battle rolls in just a moment, and I may take a break. But before I do that, I will do the determine injuries. Any character that becomes a casualty must roll on the injury table. If a character was merely knocked out, he was not. If a character with luck, he has no luck. So I roll a D100. Now, keep in mind, I have 2 free uses of medical insurance, which means if I get an injury, or I'll have to look that up. I can't remember what that roll was. Let me look it up real quick. It was insurance on the benefit roll. Let me go look at that. Benefit for the patron. It was the job I took. So let's go look at the the benefit. All right, the benefit. Benefit was insurance, which said mark 2 campaign turns of injury recovery. So if I roll this and he has any recovery time in sickbay, I get 2. I can do this. so here comes the roll. Please roll high. I really need to roll high. I rolled a, what is that, a 10? That is not high. 10 is death or permanent injury. So effect, dead or removed from the campaign. So why does it say death or permanent injury? Oh, permanent injury, meaning he's gone. Wow. Well, guys, that's how it works. I have lost Huala. He was a good crewman, but unfortunately, he is dead. And again, there's nothing I can do. Actually, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Hold on. I can burn. I don't have many story points left, but I believe I can burn a story point to modify that roll. You get one chance. Let's see what story points do. All right, story points. Story points. Here we go. All right, story points. Anytime you have rolled for anything, you may spend one story point to roll again, but the new result must be accepted. I'm going to do it. I mean, why not? It's worth the gamble. I will burn a story point. I'm down to 4 now. And I will re-roll this. Before rolling on the table. Now, before I rolled, I could have spent a story point to get 2 rolls on the table and pick the better one. That would have been the better choice. But it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, really, if you think about it. So I'm going to go ahead and roll on the injury table again. And hopefully I roll high this time. I rolled an 82. And 82 is knocked out with no long-term effects. Boom! All right. That was well worth the spent story. So he will come back. He'll actually get, I think, an extra XP point because he was injured or whatever. All right, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. This is the end of Campaign Turn 3, Battle Report 3. I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back, and I'll do the post-Battle Report rolls live for you, except for the injury one, which you just watched me do. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's get to the post-battle rolls. All right, it's time for the post-battle rolls for turn number 3. It starts on page 119 if you want to follow along. I've got my D100s here, which is what most things use, but occasionally it does use a D6. Let's start with number 1, resolve the rival status. There is a chance that this group of mercenaries belongs to a group that could turn into a rival. You roll a D6, and on a 1, they become a rival. They do not, so they are no rival. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't quite played enough of this game, but it seems to me that you don't want a lot of rivals. They tend to mess things up in your game. Bad timing, like if you can be in combat and the rivals might show up or something. All right, resolve patron status. I did do a patron mission successfully. And it says you may add the patron to your list of contacts on this planet, unless the job was a one-time contract. It was not a one-time contract, but it's a patron in good standing. So as long as I'm on Signet 4, I still have that patron. And it says when you travel to a new planet, all patrons become unavailable unless they are persistent. So I have to return to this world to use that patron again. All right. So number 3, determine quest progress. I am not on a quest, so that's not applicable. Number 4, get paid. Heck yeah. It says you earn 1d6 credit, and then it says if you won the mission by completing your objective, you can treat a roll of 1 or 2 as a 3. So the minimum you can get is 3 credits. If you did a patron job, add the pay bonus to the danger pay. So, all right, so there was danger pay. It was 1 credit of danger pay. So I add the 1 credit of danger pay to the pay bonus. All right. So 1d6 plus, and then 3. It's a minimum of 3. So I rolled a 1. So it's a 3, and then I add 1. So I got 4 credits. I am just rolling in loot, aren't I? That's barely enough to pay my crew to eat. Battlefield fines. If you held the field, I did. I get a roll on the battlefield fines, which is a D100. I rolled a 17, which is usable goods. Usable goods. Roll on the consumable table. Okay, consumable table. Guns, implants, consumables. Okay. Roll a D100. These are pills. 61 is still. I got a still. I guess that means I can make alcohol. I'm guessing. I don't know what that is. Rage Out. Kirin and crystals. Booster pills. Stim pack. I'll have to look up and see what still is. Let's see if it's back here. It's under consumables. Consumables. Still. The user gains +1 to hit, but cannot move during this or the next round. So it's still pills. And it's +1 to hit. No move. No move on during this and the next round. No move. 2 rounds. Wow. Okay. That's kind of interesting. All right. That was the battlefield find. Check for invasion. If the enemy you battled is an invasion threat, it is not. So this is not applicable. Gather the loot. Roll once on the loot table. Page 131. All right. Loot table. D100. I rolled an 8, which is a weapon. Always good. Now you go to the weapon subcategory. Roll again. I rolled a 70, which is a melee weapon. I prefer to stay out of melee, but you never know. And then you roll a D100 for the melee weapon, which is a 69, which is Ripper Sword. It's useful in a brawl, and it adds just 1 damage if you do successful hit. And it's melee only, which means you add +2 to brawling rolls. That's actually not bad. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. All right, so that was the gather the loot. We already did the injuries. Huala is fine, only because I had to burn a story point. Experience. Here we go. This is the part I like. So I've got the captain. I've got Huala. I have 6. I have Freak, and I have Vey. Those were my 5. So the captain, Huala became a casualty, so he gets +1. Survived and won is +3 across the board. Huala does not get the 3. Now, is survived? A character survived if they did not become a casualty. Okay, so Huala was a casualty. He was knocked out of the game, so he doesn't get the +3. First character to inflict a casualty. I will check the video on that, but I'm pretty sure it was Huala. Killed a unique, +1. It was Freak that killed the unique. He gets +1. Any character flees the battlefield. Okay, didn't happen. A character has never. Okay, so I'll have to check on the XP. If I decide to upgrade any of my character's abilities, I will let you know that I did so, but I'll have to ponder on it. I don't even remember what their totals are, and I don't want to take time right now to check it, so I'm just going to skip that. Now we go to advanced training. I'm not doing that. As much as I want to, I have no money. 11, purchase items. You may pay 3 credits to receive a roll on the military weapon. I don't have the money. And now it says you may sell up to 3 undamaged items, earning 1 credit each. I'm going to sell the sword, so I get +1. Sell the Ripper sword. And what else did I get? I got the still pills. I really like those. +1 to hit. But I'm going to sell those for credits. Still pills. Sell those. So I'm +2 credits there. And to my +4. So I'm 6 credits up. Let's see. Campaign event. Okay. Roll a D100 on the campaign event. Here we go. Campaign event is 36. You've managed to settle some old business. If you have any, you may remove one rival of your choice. If you have no rivals, your captain earns 1 XP. Okay, perfect. Captain gets +1 XP. I'll go ahead and put that back down here. That is the campaign event. Now I roll for a character event. Select a random non-bot character and roll a D100. All right, so if I take the bot out, I got 4 characters. So Captain, Huala, Freak, and Vey. So let me do this. I'm just going to roll a D6, and I'll re-roll a 5 or a 6. 2 is Huala. So this happens to Huala. Character event. Roll a D100. That is an 11. You are starting to wonder if it is time to move on. If the character is currently in sickbay, he's not. Roll a D6. If the roll is equal to or below the number of campaign turns of recovery, they will leave the crew. So that did not do anything. Whew. And then check for galactic war progress. If you were tracking any planets that were invaded, I'm not. So that's not applicable. And I think that is it. That is it for the post rolls. I will get all this cleaned up in a little bit of a note write-up. I'll modify the character sheet with XP and any skills or weapon changes or anything like that. And I will make that PDF available for download along with the Battle Report 3 and the post rolls. All right, that's it. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me. I do hope you're still enjoying 5 Parsecs from Home. I know I am. This game is just so much fun. Give it a shot if you haven't done so. I'll be back in about a week with the next playthrough. So until then, everybody, take care.